Namaste, blessings and greetings. A little late into the weekend, but I did want to bless you since it is the first general weekend reading for the new year with your love reading. Please stay tuned and make sure that you click the notification bell. Subscribe if you've not subscribed so that you can receive the rest of the love readings and the first half of the January 2025 content for the Sagittarius community. Again, you can be a subscriber, it doesn't cost you anything, and you can be a cross watcher as well as being a subscriber, even if this isn't your sign. It may be your boyfriend's sign, your wife's sign, your grandmother's sign, or just a sign of someone that you have an interest in. No matter what the reason, as long as you come here with positivity and light, I welcome you. Well, let's cleanse the space as I always do before each reading. Heavenly Father, thank you for your protection, your blessings, not only upon me, but to all of those that are called or drawn to receive these readings, especially when it comes to their love life. I know sometimes we struggle understanding the departures and the difficulties and the challenges. May this new year bring new source of light, awakening, joy, and prosperity to all Sagittariuses in their love life, even if it means that they must learn to love themselves first and to be single for a good portion of this year. We thank you and the angels that watch over us. Amen. Okay, cards are always blessed and prayed for. Sometimes I do shuffle in between, but I try to do the readings as short as I can possibly. But in the beginning of the month, and especially with the new year, the readings will be a tad bit longer than usual. Please use the timestamp. Please use and watch the videos at your availability according to your time schedule. But please keep track of where you left off at and go back and watch the rest, because we truly feel what you don't watch or what you speed through might be that missing point or section that pertains to you. Okay, let's first start out with the tarot, then we'll clarify with some oracle and love cards. What is the messages for Sagittarius? What could they be experiencing, or what they could be finishing up or going through? Well, you know, my partner, which is my pooch, either she barks or she shakes the camera. She's very she's very attached to me, so she sits right underneath the camera. And she too wishes you a happy new year. Okay, let me make sure we have true reversals here. That wasn't a true reversal. I'm going to give it another shuffle. I had the deck upside down. Okay, that's like it. Oh, we get the star, we get the Hierophant, we get the Lovers, and at the bottom of the deck, we get the World card. So what I like about this deck is that it also gives us yes and no answers. So out of the 4 cards, you got about 3 yeses. So if there was something that you prayed over last night or within the past 48 hours, I would say, or you were questioning the universe or your angels or guides, if you should take a particular step or do a particular thing, the majority is in the ruling of yes. And if your gut feeling tell you it would yes, then that just confirms it. But we do start out this weekend with many of you trying to be positive, trying to take a new outlook onto the new year, having hope, hoping that within the peace and serenity and during the time that some of you during the holiday break or during this season in which you've given yourself time to heal, that you are now strong in your faith, you've built back up your positivity, you've rejuvenated your heart and soul, and you feel this is the time that you can look forward to start dating again, or possibly talking to new people, or at least just even coming to the agreement within your own soul and spirit that you're not afraid to date, that you've reconciled with the past and whatever happened last year, and that you've healed those wounds and you're ready when you feel the opportunity come to at least entertain talking to someone new, or, you know, at least going out on a date, having coffee. You're not as closed off, many of you, as you might have been last year. Last year, you might have been an emotional wreck, but guess what? We're not even going to put energy into that because that was last year. With the Hierophant, some of you, even though you're still hopeful, because of your past failures in your relationships, and maybe if you diverted from your upbringing as far as your spirituality and your traditions, you're going to try to stay more true to the practice of what your meaning of love is, your love language. If you were brought up traditionally in a Catholic home or a Muslim, whatever your faith was, and how the engagement of courtship and how you run your household and how you entertain a partner and carry yourself in love, you're going to stick to those values. You might have in the past relationships try to meet your partners halfway and kind of let go some of your principles to make it easier to adapt to your partner's way of life or to their non-belief in religion or participation in faith. But the one thing that you do know through your trials and tribulations and your past relationships is that you do need your foundation of your spiritual base. You do need God in your life. You do need to practice the things that make you comfortable, or at least exert and make sure that within the foundation of your relationships, it is spirit-based, that God is both in the hearts and the soul and in the foundation of your relationship, that you are partnering up with like men and women who also love God and respects God's rules and laws, as it affirms to relationships. So sticking to more traditional values, believing still in marriage, not necessarily shacking up or this open platform of relationships, wanting a commitment, wanting someone again who will go to church with you, go to mass with you, pray with you, believes in their prayers, knows their prayers, has a connection and a relationship openly and consistently with God. So you might be more adapt to, while you're in church, to participate in church groups, or you might go to Christian websites or group chats or dating services where it is more spiritually based, because at least there you feel that that's one level of screening that they've done, that this is definitely someone who loves God, is into their faith, has some practice of religion and applies it in their life and especially in their relationships. With the Lover's card again, the hope that you have, you going back more to the stability of what you know works for you, how you were raised, and how you truly believe a relationship should be, and how partners should be engaged in it spiritually, emotionally, and financially, and everything else, is going to prepare you more readily than before for incoming new partnerships. You might just start a partnership with someone business-wise, and then it leads into a relationship. I apologize if the screen, because I'm trying to adjust it on my end, it looks a little, I don't know why, but if it's fine, again, I apologize. So definitely the thought of connecting, talking to someone, romance, even your sexual desires might be kind of rising up at this time. But again, this is a major choice and decision that you've made as you start this new year, that definitely, yes, you're ready for love. You'll entertain the idea of love. You're not going to chase after love. That's the one thing that you're not going to do. But you are open to it. You will let someone speak to you, take you out on a date. Again, if your intuitiveness feels an attraction to them and you're interested in them. I'm not saying you're just open to anyone and anything. No. You're gonna make sure first that this person is spiritually in tune on the same principles and levels of loving God and having that relationship within God in your love life. And then as you proceed and you get to know each other in time, slowly and patiently, then maybe there can be a partnership, or you can deepen that companionship with the possibility, right? With the possibility, with hope and love in your heart, and hopefully with theirs, that it can lead to something. Success, achievement, things coming full circle in your life where you've gotten through the past, you're ready for new love, you've met someone who is more kin to your spirit, And this is a completion of a cycle where you started out in love, and maybe in between, you had broken relationships, but now as you come full circle, you start anew with a new partner, feeling and sharing wholesome goodness of love. You travel, you do things together, you laugh with each other, you cry with each other. So yes, definitely love is on the horizon for some of you. It will be a patient process. It might be slow for some of you, as it should be. But with you taking stock and taking the time to heal and taking time to love yourself and embrace who you are and understand who you are and what you need and what love means to you individually, is all preparing you for this moment. In the middle of the deck, we get another yes card. So again, a lot of strong possibility that love is on the horizon for many of you. It could be nearer for some and further for others. But here we go again. The energy of love right after the love card about partnership. So you're looking for and you're hoping for that compatibility, that attraction, that connection. For some of you who are already in relationships, this is a confirmation card that yes, there could be a possible engagement, a possible proposal this year, or this could be the year that you're actually going down the aisle and getting married. But your relationships will have more harmony and more peace. And again, more importantly, like I said, they will be more aligned with where you're going in your life. Let's just go to the other tarot. What is it that might affect or delay further or block this hope and blessing and opportunity for love for Sagittarius, if there's even a block, okay? Or anything potentially that could be coming in the far or near future that could throw a little wrench in things. Well, no, you get the World card again. So you get the World card twice. So I really do feel that for Sagittarius, for many of you, this is the year where your love life and your energy, your attitude towards love and how you receive and give love is going to take shape. At the bottom of the deck, I just wanted to take a peek. We get the Knight of Pentacles. You know, the Knight of Pentacles is one of the slowest moving knights and messengers. So the message of love or the ideas of love or the partnership with this person that you may meet or start talking to, it's going to be a slow process, and you're going to take your time, and this person too might be taking their time based upon their past hurt and pain. It's also going to be a slow process on you getting back into the dating arena, but you're going to start this year. You're starting out slowly by opening up your heart, by admitting that, okay, I'm ready for love. Then slowly going out, like I said, on dates, websites, aligning yourself with groups of people that match up to what you're looking for and what you're interested in. So yes, it's going to be slow, but definitely the process is going to start. The healing has begun and now ended for many of you. With that, let's see where the messages we get. Let's grab some cards from this deck. Well, we get self-love. Again, that has been, what I love about this new year and the angels and the connection with the cards. They've been giving us a lot of repeat messages, and that is not by coincidence. That is because just like the signs they want us to pay attention to, they want us to pay attention to the repetitiveness of how they indicate these particular cards, what their meaning and what their role should play in your life, that you should take heed and pay attention to this year. And self-love this weekend, as we start the new year, is so important, not just in your life, as we've seen in our regular January readings, but especially also in your love life. So learn, as we said, first forgive yourself, then you can be loving to forgive others. Heal that inner child within you, those of you who still need to. And as you go into the future, into this new year, recognize the triggers that affected you from moving forward. Because if you didn't, if part of your healing, you don't recognize what it is that makes you be attracted to a certain type or triggers you to make foolish moves or to do foolish things or to drop down your barriers so quickly, then you're about to make those mistakes, or you may make those same mistakes again. So part of your self-healing for those Saggies who are still doing so, make sure as you give yourself love and you forgive yourself, the past, and others, recognize what your triggers are so that you can kind of put them in check. But pay attention to your signs, which can be in the form of a trigger. We also get Leo. I used to be the central focus of everyone's attention, but your magnetism outweighed mine, and I was insecure about that. So if you were with a Leo in the past, or if you meet a Leo, just keep in mind that they need to be the central focus of everyone's attention. So when you go out with them, or if you're in a group with them, even if you're at a family outing, whether it's yours or theirs, they want to be the eye candy. They want all eyes and conversations to be on and about them. And if they feel that Sagittarius overtakes that, and that you become the subject of everyone's desire and attention and admiration, that is going to hurt their ego. So if you meet a Leo, or if you've met a Leo in the past, and even though there was a spark there and, some feelings, you got to be careful, because there will be a very strong competitive almost type nature that this Leo will feel towards you. And if you've dated a Leo before and you definitely experienced that trait, please let us know in the comments, because that's what we're here to do, right? To engage, to network, and to help each other navigate through life and our spiritual and romantic journeys. Followed by, I am not fulfilled in my life, therefore I'm chasing money and the status as a way to increase my self-worth. I also feel that I'm not equipped to handle our connection, and I rather focus on what I can control. That is what you might have been attracted to in the past. That is what you might have been dealing with past lovers. They didn't allow you to feel fulfilled, or your relationship didn't work because they were fulfilled. Okay? It might have all been about the dollar bill. They might have just been in like or in love with you, but the real pretense of it all is that it was because of your material gains. You had a roof over your house, you had a beautiful house, you had a beautiful dwelling, you dined and treated them out to the finest foods, you cooked for them, you wined and dined them, you have a luxury car, you got a great paying job, a steady income. These are all things that are attractive to people who are who are into material gain, and they're in love more with the material things of life than they ever will be with the physical and spiritual person of Sagittarius. At the bottom of this deck, inner turmoil. Some of your past or potential current lovers could have inner turmoils that they're still fighting through, but with the energy of 63, that's a 9, they are working towards it. So even if you meet someone new, everyone has their baggage, or some more than others, or they're still dealing with things in their life. So this person could be dealing with some inner turmoil, and they still have their doubts about their life and the decisions that they make. They're fighting between their mind or heart. Well, again, don't forget, we could be talking about your mind and heart and the way how you feel. Feeling worried, conflicted, agitated, unhappy with your life choices. And it's okay to have inner turmoil, but it's also even better to deal with that inner turmoil so it doesn't block you from moving forward in your love life and just in life in general. We're all going to have conflicts at some point. We all deal with the ups and downs and the pendulums and the difficulties in life. But how we move through it and how we handle it is the difference on what makes one person successful and gets through the storm, while the other person just stays there and suffers and doesn't move on. The last card from this deck is a card of rebuilding, and that's what many of you, through healing, through believing in yourself, through the self-care, through getting through the inner turmoil, watching for the triggers in your relationships, knowing the characteristics. I'm sorry, I have an accent, so sometimes the words can't come out right. But the characteristics of your person that you're talking to, that you have an interest in, is so important. It is so helpful. And many of us, or those who don't necessarily subscribe to spirituality or to the zodiac or to astrology, will argue, oh, this is a bunch of huff and puff. But for those of us that know it is educational, it is helpful, it is useful, it is true, it pays as a cross watcher. It pays with those of you that come to the channel that date or talk to Sagittarius, or Sagittarius when we go to other channels that connect to the zodiac sign of who we're talking to, because you get to know the characteristics, you get to know the inner outings and workings of your person, why they do things a certain way that they do, why are they off at certain times, why are they this way when it's the moon, and why are they this way, when it's not. Their shadow side, you really get to see the small atoms within each one's soul. And it helps both for you to navigate through each other's life when you understand the energy and what sparks your life through your zodiac sign. So you take that information, like if you know that Leos want to be the center of attention, and if you take away that attention and you become the attention, that is going to cause a conflict in your relationship. So Leos might not be, even though it might be one of the signs that we're supposed to, be able to deal with, which I'm sure we are, but romantically it might not last forever because of those hang-ups, or some of the hang-ups that Leo has. And that's what you need on your side. That's the information that you need. This is why these readings are so helpful, because it's part of the tools that you can use to rebuild and start over, having better understanding not only of yourself, but of the different people and their signs in which you get involved with. So as you move forward, you're going to put more hard work into your communication, also into listening more, not just communicating more, but listening more to your partners, being honest with your feelings and letting your partners know exactly how you feel, and being honest in that regard. That's vitally important. My heartfelt deck, we get the message, I sense you're not ready to commit. Some of you, or the person that you're interested in, still may not want to commit, so don't be surprised. Why? Because they feel that you're too good for them. They don't deserve you. Others will want another chance with you this year. Please give me another chance. When I made this deck, I didn't even realize that I made two of these cards, but it's very fitting that they came out together. So this could be two people wanting you to give them a chance this year again, or this could be the same person that might that might have already approached you once, and they're going to come back again. They're going to be very adamant that they want another chance with you. And then finally, your reply to them might be to give you time and space. It is too soon to think about reconciliation with that person. The other messages as we close for this weekend reading is have faith in something, or you will believe in nothing. You may have beef with someone. You could possibly have beef with this person that you are not ready to get back with. Again, do things in your time and space. You place the narrative on who you want in your life and when you are ready to take them back, if you want to take them back. And if they get angry over that or disconnect with you, then so long. We also get close your eyes. What's the first thought you get It's important you handle it. I like that that came out for this first weekend reading for love. Let's close our eyes for a moment and just start with a blank palette and see what comes to your head and something in connection to your love life. And as it comes to your head, that is the thing. Write it down after we finish this reading. That is something that either you need to give attention to, you need to give closure to, or again, you need to address. People show you their true colors. Observe. Remember we said about watching the signs and paying attention? People show you every day by what they say, what they don't say, what they do, and what they don't do, what their true colors are. It's just that we want to see and block out what it is that we don't think we're seeing or feeling when we see it right there, because again, we want this picture perfect relationship. We want our person to be perfect. But once we realize and wake up to the truth that no one is perfect, that we're all flawed, then you'll be more willing to truly see people's colors and for who and what they truly are. The final card from this deck is Time Waits for No One. And the time that you might have wasted, you feel that you've wasted in past love and connections that didn't work out, just let that be a reminder to be more mindful. Like I said, take your time with the people that you allow to come into your life. Take your time as you start and form new friendships that may then lead into relationship. But time doesn't wait for anyone. Don't waste your precious years settling or rushing into relationships when they're showing you their true colors and you ultimately and intuitively know these are not the partners for you. We get the card which we've been getting, stay present. That's where life happens. Don't dwell in the past. Don't worry about what's going to happen in future. Deal with your love life as it is now. Where are you? What is the things that you want to do? What are the things that you need to do? What are the people or connections to your love life that you need to let go? Whatever is going on right now, keep your energy, your attitude on, focus on that. Not what's gone and not what's coming, but what is. We also get the card of playfulness. What a beautiful time to be playful in the beginning of the year when we kind of swipe out everything that's old and we do that refresh. We have a new abundance, a new outlook on life. This is the time to be playful again, to enjoy life, to believe in life, to have hope, not only in life, but also in love. I haven't used this deck in a very long time. And for those of you that have been with me since the year of the flood, you will get a chuckle out of seeing these cards. We get the message of a new day. So I love a new day coming right behind playfulness because like I said, that's how we react and that's the energy that we feel towards the new year. Like it is a new day. It's time to start over. We're not going to worry about what happened yesteryear and we're not looking forward to or thinking or contemplating or dwelling on what might happen in the future. We're just taking it day by day, taking in that good prana, as some would say, looking towards the sunshine, listening to our inner voice. So let go of what was in order to make room for what's to come. It's all about releasing the past and making do with the past so that door can close and the other door for your present can open. So let go of what is in order to make room for what's to come. It may be time, Sagittarius, to release a relationship that has run its course, a job that's lost its luster, or some type of commitment, again, that no longer is there. The past is over. What's done is done. Acknowledge those feelings. Learn from the experience, as I always say, but give yourself permission, please, to release any negative emotions or guilt. Work on forgiving yourself, as we've stressed over this weekend, and to forgive others. When one area of our life falls apart, new opportunities fall into place. And this new day is here. It's a new day for me, it's a new day for you, and it's a new day for those who are going to come into our life. Make waves. Go out there and swim. Go out there and let yourself be noticed. If you stay hidden, it's good to be in hermit mode while you're healing and getting your act together and dealing with the hurt and pain, letting go of the past. But once this new day and the sun has arisen and you have hope back in your heart, it's now time for you to go out there and make a splash. Don't be afraid to get your feet wet. You might fail, and again, you might run into some relationships or partnerships that they don't really tickle your fancy. But it's okay. You're out there, right? You're outside, like the kids would say. That's what's important. Here we go again. I'm telling you, the repetitive messages, the confirmations throughout this new year for this first week have been just amazing. Be present. Stop worrying about what's coming. Definitely let go of the past. Just enjoy now, because that's what we have. We don't know what we don't have. We don't know what will come tomorrow, but we have today. So the angels in the universe, I mean, it's like they're knocking on our head like, wake up, wake up. Hear me, hear me. Pay attention to these messages. Your full presence is the greatest gift that you can give yourself and others at this time. Your life, Sagittarius, is happening right now, in this moment. Today's the only day that matters, because today so far is the only day that we know we will have. So anchor yourself in the now and give it your all. Notice the details and drink in the sweetness of life. Be present in the moment. So I love that. And if you remembered this deck, please give me a little emoji below of a sunshine. We also get the message of narrow-minded. You have a limited outlook on perspective and thoughts. What makes you think your thoughts are solid gold? For those of you who are maybe still stuck in the past, or you don't want to move forward, or you are still conditioned to old way of thinking and being narrow-minded, you have to really address that and see why you feel that way. Why are you sticking to these old commitments and things that don't work for you? As we're coming to the last and final cards, we get the card of drowning. Some of you might be over your head in relationships or partnerships, or you could have overextended yourself to someone and now you're stuck in a situation you can't find yourself or get yourself out of, or you're someone that you could have been connected to, or someone that you used to deal with could be in a relationship where they need help and they could be calling out, wanting you to be that person to save them. This could be someone who is at a distance, someone who ghosted you, someone who separated from you. So either you or someone that was romantically attached to you in the past is in a situation, like I said, where you're in over your head. Sometimes we commit to relationships that I said that are very challenging, or the persons themselves are very challenging. So this could be either you or that ex-partner or the current person that you're dealing with. This will lead to a separation, or you're already separated, or this feeling of that you've kind of committed to something and you don't know how to get out of, is going to force you to ghost this person or to ask for a divorce if it's a marriage. I'm sorry, I picked up the wrong deck. One more card from this deck. Envy. Some of you might be drowning within your relationship. Just remember, like with the Leo energy, if you were dealing with a Leo and they're jealous of the attention that you take away from their limelight, some of you could be in situations where in the past or currently you're trying to end a relationship with someone who's very resentful. They were very competitive with you. They were working against you rather than with you. Okay? And that's where the feeling of that you were in over your head. Because sometimes we do meet up with the wrong people. We do connect romantically with people who don't align with us, and they end up being like sleeping with the enemy type of energy. But there will be some distance if there is not distance already between you coming. With the card of make-believe, this relationship wasn't one that you should have probably been in. I think it was a relationship where, you know, the little fairy dust and make-believe, you went in there thinking one thing again, but you truly knew this person wasn't your person, but you went along with the relationship anyway. With the card of growth, but now as you realize that you are looking to grow and to move and to expand from this relationship. Some of you might even want to go back to a past relationship. So reconciliation, it's not a bad thing. It could be a good thing if you and the person from your past have done the work. Repairing, rebuilding, that you both mutually agree to leave the past in the past and reconcile and start anew. A new day. Yes, a new day is possible in relationships from your past once you've reconciled and you can truly build from the moment that you're starting now, not from what was left over and the pain from yesterday. Okay, so don't shake your head or be disappointed when you see the energy or the energy of reconciliation is around you. We end with the card of Rainbow. All of bad vibes. Those of you who are in relationships that you're thinking about parting this year, those of you who've already parted from those relationships that didn't work out for you, those bad vibes are going. It's clearing up. A sunny day is on the horizon. You'll see your path to new love, new connections, new self-care. You're not going to be afraid to go outside and take a chance on relationships and to just be who you are as Sagittarius. A lot of insight, a lot of information for this first weekend reading. Again, if you don't get a chance to read and listen to everything at one time, please come back and finish the rest when you do have time upon your busy schedule. Happy New Year, my loves. I'll see you back here next weekend for your general love weekend reading, and stay tuned for the rest of the content for the first angelic readings for this first of the month, as well as your weekly reading starting for tomorrow. God bless.